it sucks when these guys just started with a roll dropping like flies. It's crazy. That's why
more gigs for us, huh? More gigs for us.
Right.
Yo, Dom, over here. Hey, Dom, hey.
Yo, Dom.
I would offer you guys something to eat, but we're not. We're in cyber world or whatever the fuck it is. Don't you think this is still a little weird? What happened?
Yo, Dom, episode number 3. I'm Steve Rinaldi. We got Brian, the video guy, over here, and the comedy legend, Dom Irrera.
Legend, my ass.
Come on, Dom.
Rodney Dangerfield is the legend. I am a guy who's a pretty good comic, a little bit overweight, still cute, still cute in some circles. I'm not a legend. A lot more people know me than I thought.
Dom, you should be a lot more positive right now. The Birds are 2-0, my friend.
2-0.
I promised myself I wasn't going to cry, but you talk about that. I'm going to be weeping like a little old lady. They are so good that even Troy Aikman had to admit it.
Hey, listen, I'm not a Jalen Hurts guy, but he played out of his mind this week.
Well, I like him a lot better than the other guy that now he's in Indianapolis.
Oh no, he got traded again. He's in our He's in our division. He's in Washington.
Oh, he's in DC, right?
Yeah,
he's a phony.
What do you think about them turning the name into the Commanders? They can't be the Redskins.
Is that a terrible name or what?
Who the fuck came up with that?
That is such.
And then what's the team they have with the Cleveland Indians changed their name also?
Oh, that was really. I mean, come on, that was a little too much. He was half Jewish, half Italian. Whatever. What's his name? Woho. Remember Chief
Wahoo? Chief Wahoo. Yeah, it was a lot. Chief Wahoo was a lot. Yeah, that was a little. It was a little over the line.
A little insulting.
Yeah. The Guardians. That's what they are now. They're the Guardians.
Really?
Oh God.
Yeah, they have some bridge in Cleveland that has these like angel gargoyle things on it, and they call them the Guardians, and that's where they got the name from. So it's a historic bridge in Cleveland.
You ever been to Cleveland?
Once.
I have been.
You go to 4th Street, I think it is. There's restaurants and people, and it's fun. Beautiful people, and that's it. That one street. The rest of it's like barren. It's got stuff blowing down the hill. There's nothing left.
I know that's depressing, man. There's not a lot of options. You'd be there every night.
That's it. There's a comedy. Did you ever work at a comedy club in Cleveland?
I worked the Liberty Funny Bone, and I did Columbus Columbus Funny Bone. I did the Columbus Funny Bone, but I passed through Cleveland a couple times. I stayed in Cleveland a couple times, like doing the road with comedy, but I never performed there. But there's a big Italian community there, right, Dom?
Oh yeah, the guys the dog pound.
Yeah.
Well, they would come in hilarities with their cop who's a security, and he's drunk as they are. It's just such a funny town like that, So I can understand why people root for them because they are the underdogs.
Wow. When was the last time they had a winning record? The Browns. Jesus Christ.
They're all right, but they always blow it, just like everything in Cleveland, except for the LeBron thing. Imagine being so good that you say, I'll come back. I'm going to go get a couple championships, and I'm going to come back here and get one for you guys. How good is he? I mean, is.
It is out of control. It really is.
I remember seeing LeBron when he was in high school, and it was on ESPN. And I was amazed because they were broadcasting a high school game, and my brother was like, this kid's going to be the next best basketball player. It was weird to see.
Meanwhile, I love the sports things about Brady. They're talking about Brady, like his inner soul. He's lost weight because he's getting divorced. I mean, it gets soap opera-ish. The thing that cracks me up, what do you say to him when you're trying to console him? Don't worry, you'll get better. You'll get a better girl. There's nothing better. Who's going to be better than this? She's the hottest girl in the world. She's richer than him. He can only go down. The best thing for him is a major injury, so he could talk about that.
And Dom, you know what's wild? He's playing out of his mind. That's what's crazy.
Well, he's great.
I'm just saying, not numbers wise.
You're just saying, or you're saying it?
Nah, he's motivating the rest of the people around him. he's still winning. The guy just finds a way to win.
Yeah.
No matter what's going wrong bad in his life, you can't break him.
I get on stage in LA. They don't give a shit about anything. I said, well, NFL's back, huh? Nothing. I do a couple things at work, but they couldn't care. You know how Philly is? Philly, you do, you know, the Eagles win 2 games in a row. Get your Super Bowl tickets, man. They're going all the way, you know. They care. They're a little too nuts. My cousin Lenny, he's not allowed to watch the game with anybody. They put pillows around him so he could punch them during the game. His daughters don't even. They just put like under the door. They put his meal. He's nuts.
Ain't that crazy though? But I feel the same way. Like LA winning a Super Bowl. I felt like that was such a waste. That ain't that ain't a football town. The LA Rams winning a Super Bowl.
When the Lakers were hot, really big with Magic and Kareem, they were pretty like regular fans. But that's the only thing I've seen them. Dodgers, you know, the football. They got. I mean, the Chargers. Everybody still thinks they're in San Diego.
Right.
They refuse to call them the LA Chargers. You could kill me. I ain't saying nothing. They're the Chargers, San Diego. That's right.
I slip a lot too with the Raiders. I'm like, yo, I took Oakland this week.
Right,
it's so crazy to me that Las Vegas has a football team.
I love
it's bizarre.
That, yeah.
It's very bizarre. That's a weird town to have a home team too, though. You know?
Well, the money. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
It's all about the almighty dollar, the scuttle, cuz.
We're all chasing it for what?
Hey, Dom,
look at the Queen, huh? In the prime of her life. Why? Why, God? Why now?
Dom, will you let her rest in peace? Jesus
I
Christ.
wanted to have the greatest afterlife of a royal afterlife to her.
I feel like the service has been going on for a month.
I know. The people that the carrier are going to die start first. They need water boys. She was hot though. I mean, forget about the kidding around. Her ass was like royal, you know. It's like nothing, no odor, nothing. Yeah, that's like that.
And did you see the other big topic in the news right now? Adam Levine, the head singer for Maroon 5, he got caught having multiple affairs. He's got a baby on the way.
I can't believe this for a musician. Jeez.
Top headline: biggest star in the world's cheating on his wife.
Ain't the biggest star in the world.
No, I'm you know what I'm trying to say. It's like a rock star goes on the road and cheats. Wow. Like what?
He might have been smoking that marijuana. I'll tell you, that'll get you.
That's probably what it was.
What's that? He's on a TV show too.
Adam Levine. Oh yeah, the what's that called?
The Voice. One of those.
Voice. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not that he's not making enough money, right? Jesus Christ.
You see, what's this? Everybody needs talent. One of those things with the British guy. And they have
America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent, and then there's American Idol too.
American Idol's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
They do all these acrobats and incredible things, and then a stand-up comes out and goes, "Hey, how you doing, folks? What a nightmare of a gig is that? Boy, do you believe the weather here? I was coming into the airport, boom, boom." And then they give him a standing ovation. He would have never get a standing ovation in a real comedy club. All he has is 7 minutes.
You did a show like that. Did you do Star Search?
Yeah, I was in one of the first groups.
How'd you do?
Ed McMahon. I lost the first one, and I won the first one. I lost the second one. I was distraught. That was my that was my first fly to LA from New York, so it meant a lot to me. Did
you meet Ed McMahon?
Well, yeah, and I had done this joke about him, and when I said after, this is when I was on the Tonight Show because Star Search was before that, and I said I met him. I don't know what to say. He's, 30 years in the business. Hi, Ed. I call him Mr. Ed, Mr. Eddie McMahon, Mr. You big fat lucky talentless hump, kissing Johnny's ass for the last 30 years. You Budweiser sucking, outpost slinging nothing. What do you do? But he had heard it and he laughed at it. He liked it. So.
Yeah, he definitely had one of the best jobs ever in show business.
To laugh, yeah.
That's it.
Fake laugh and a couple real laughs sprinkled in there.
I mean, that's pretty much what I do now.
No, you're better than that. But when you take him over, man, I can't even talk.
Hey, Brian, is our special surprise guest here? We got a surprise guest this week again. You ready?
No.
They are. Yeah, let me bring them in.
Dom, you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, Vic DiBitetto. Vic.
Oh, Vic.
Vic.
Hey, how are you, Dom?
Good. How you doing, man?
We just see a headshot right now, man.
Well,
Is that on your end or is that Brian? Come on, Brian. What are you doing? You're dropping the ball here.
Here you go. Let me see. There we go.
Oh.
His big, beautiful
How about now?
face.
Oh, yeah.
I'm bad with this stuff. My kids aren't here to help me anymore.
Can I say that you've gotten you're cuter than ever?
Thank you. You too, Dom. How the hell are you?
I'm good. I'm trying to get by with these fucking bastards.
Where is this?
They
where are you
smacked
guys
me the
from?
other day. What's
Where
that?
is this?
Don't you worry, Vic. No. You can't tell them our secret.
Dom's based in LA, Vic.
Okay, where are you guys?
I'm in Philly.
Yeah, I'm in Florida right now. I'm on the road.
Nice. I'm in
Yes, sir.
New Jersey.
What are you playing in Florida?
We should sing Hands Across America.
What key you in? You start.
I don't know who plays that. What song's that?
Hey, I'm in the key of C.
Oh, jeez. Where are you at in Florida? What the club?
Yeah, no. I'm just down in Boca. I'm doing some work for another company right now. I'm not at any club or anything like that. I'm just down here.
Yeah, Brian's making that video work money.
Trying to.
Good for you, buddy.
Trying to.
Vic, what do you got coming up, Vic?
I got Virginia this weekend, Richmond, Virginia Beach. Then I'm going to Denver. I'm doing a tour with this kid, Eric D'Alessandro.
Oh yeah, Eric's
Beautiful. Yes.
So who's all over the social media, and we're hoping between my following and his following, and we're doing good. We're selling out theaters and clubs, and just riding the wave. You know this business.
God bless, man. That's great. How'd you and Eric link up?
Well, both their managers, my manager, his manager, hooked up. They thought it'd be a great idea, and he's a funny kid. He's tough to follow. A lot of energy. He makes me turn it up a notch.
Oh, that's awesome. I like the setup.
He was like me. That's what I was like 30 years ago. He's got a man bun. I got a man bagel.
Could you put in a word for me? For anybody, do you know?
Yeah, absolutely, Dom. Whatever you need.
Yeah, just say that I was funny, and I'll come for whatever they'll pay me.
Do you remember the pilot we did years ago? It was me, you, Goomba Johnny, and Vincent Pastore.
Do we do it at Giant Stadium?
Yes, for King's World.
Big Pussy was in that too.
Yes, I saw, and him and Goomba Johnny. We were eating spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah. Wow.
I was on a cruise. Listen to this story. I was on a cruise, and when we docked in Bermuda, I got on a plane and left my family to do that pilot. And I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I would never do that again.
I can't wait to show this segment to my wife and say, see, I'm not out of my fucking mind. We got a 7-month-old daughter. I'm doing shit like this. She goes, you don't know the fucking earful.
I was on a plane with 2 propellers sitting next to a guy with a chicken on his lap. Thinking, what the hell am I thinking? If I had a penny for every project that went nowhere, I'd be a millionaire.
That's part of it, though, isn't it? It's got to be part of it. I mean, I know from a production end. I mean, I'm always doing stuff that it just gets thrown in the trash. It runs its course. It wasn't as good of an idea as we thought it was.
Yeah, because you don't want to say I shoulda, coulda, woulda. So you got to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love these people. Our lives are so relatively easy doing stand-up. Everybody's always trying to get. Why don't you do your own show? Write it. I said I don't feel like doing that. There's like a lot of money. I get enough money. Just leave me alone. Jerry Seinfeld was a focused, talented guy, and he got lucky. You got to get lucky.
A little bit of luck and talent. I started at Pips Comedy Club in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn, and guys like you and Bobby Collins, you were a big influence.
Don't put me with Bobby Collins. I don't like him.
All right, how about Richard Jenney and John Mulrooney?
Very talented.
All right. Well, Pips was the boot camp of comedy. That's where the mobsters met the lobsters.
You know, I didn't pass my audition there, and Paul Reiser told him I was funny, and I got it that way. It's the best way to get anything.
Well, who was there? Seth or Marty or George?
I think it was Marty.
Yeah.
Seth was the one that died doing martial arts or something.
No, I didn't. Not martial arts. Not what I heard, but he took his own life. Unfortunately, I don't know. He was a very talented guy. His brother was worked in Las Vegas at the Palms.
Oh, right.
He's gone. You know, it sucks. When these guys just started with a roll dropping like flies. You know, it's crazy. That's
Hey,
why
more gigs for us, huh? More gigs for us.
Right.
Yo, is Pip still around, Vic?
No.
I never heard of that one. What's the history with that club?
Oh, that was the oldest comedy club in the country. I mean, Colin worked there. Lenny Bruce was there.
Mm-hmm.
Where was it based? Manhattan?
Sheepshead
Bay, Brooklyn.
Dice worked there a lot.
I'm doing the first time I went on stage. Dice was the MC. That's how long I'm doing it.
Wow.
The first time I saw him, he was doing impressions.
Yes, he did the campfire. He used to do the Rocky and Stallone and Eric Roberts and Pacino. That's even before he came up with that whole Dice character.
Oh, it's a character. I thought that's him.
No, that's not him.
It's a character.
Wow.
Only in America, it took a Jew to imitate an Italian to be.
Right. They figured it out.
Yo, Vic, I see the big smile on your face. You happy about this whole Aaron Judge thing, man? I know you're a diehard Yankee guy. It's
You tell me. I got the game on right now.
Oh my God, dude.
I got it on mute.
It's crazy. Like I see your like my bookie stuff with all the New York. Oh,
Become a Yankee fan. Come on.
Jesus Christ, man.
I beat pinstripes. I'm more rooting for him than the team. I don't think the team's going to get past the first round. It's exciting. I mean, this hasn't been done since Roger Maris and Babe Ruth. This is history.
And he's in a contract year, right?
Yes.
My God, what kind of money's he going to make next year?
Please. I mean, just give him what he wants. He's worth it. He's having an amazing year.
How are you going to let? They're not. What do you mean, give him what he wants? They're not going to let him go.
Don't be surprised.
It's going to be a lot of money. You know, he's going to want a lot of money.
The same people that knocked down the cathedral of baseball. So don't get me started.
And the Eagles are tied with the Giants for the division. So
boy,
just want to throw that in.
2-0.
I was waiting for that.
Just want to throw that in, cause
the Giants, Eagles are better this year. I guarantee it.
So were the Giants.
We got to make a side bet, Vic. If the Eagles go further than the Giants, you going to let me pick up a tab for a change?
Absolutely.
All right, buddy.
I just noticed your shirt. Holy shit.
I got a lot fatter since the last time you seen me. I got married. I got a kid now.
That was a great restaurant you took me to.
Oh, Pesto in South Philly.
Oh my God.
I tried to take Dom before our show at Philly Live this summer.
I don't want to be seen with you. People give their tickets back in.
Oh man. So Dom was telling me a while ago, Vic, that you guys did like some sort of Soprano themed stand-up tour of some sort.
Yes.
What was it? What was that?
Not together, but it was called Comedy You Can't Refuse. Sharippa and Imperioli, they were the host.
Mm-hmm.
They would come out and Johnny Sachs would sing, and even Gandolfini would come on and just wave to the crowd. And it was me, Joey Kohler another time. And it was great. It was a great experience. I met the whole cast. We did Atlantic City at the resorts.
I did the one in Connecticut with you.
That's right. Yes.
Remember?
Yes. Okay.
Well, at that time, those guys had no chops at all. After a while, they started getting it, but they needed regular real comedians because they were such talented actors.
Absolutely.
Oh, what? The live show was just dry?
Well, they needed something that professionals, because they were professional actors and really great ones, but it was really different than stand-up. What are you going to keep saying? Hey, forget about it. Hey.
Right. Then they did a Q&A.
Right.
You know, I always said comedians could act, but actors can't do stand-up.
And the other thing is that I wanted to ask both you guys, as like Italian American comics working during that time of the Sopranos era, how many fucking times did people try to say, "Oh, you got to get on that show"?
How about you? Like as if you didn't think of it. How come you're not on the Sopranos?
Yeah.
Sopranos. Yeah, that's a good idea. Because I doubt they could find an Italian actor in the New York area. Let me write that down. What is Sopranos? Yeah, thanks.
You get this a lot, Dom. How come you're not on Letterman? You know what? Let me pick up the phone. Let me call him, see if I can get on Letterman. They think they have no clue.
First of all, Vic, that's been off the air for 20 years. You got to change that ref.
Well, I'm going to be in a show called Gravesend, which they're saying might be the next Sopranos. I'm hoping. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime. Season 1 is on now. I'm in season 2. Chaz Palminteri's in it. Amon Asante, Dice is in it. And it's going to start this winter, season 2. So hopefully I don't get whacked and I'll be in season 4.
Oh, but it's a recurring character? You're in every episode? Or
No, I'm in 3 episodes.
Nice.
It's
beautiful.
Congratulations. That's cool.
Thank you. It's about Brooklyn in the 80s, the mob in the 80s in Brooklyn. It's called Gravesend, which is a section of Bensonhurst. And William DeMayo, he's the writer, producer, director. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
Did you have to audition for something like that, Vic, or they reach out?
He just called my manager and said, I got to put Vic in. You know, that's how shit happens. It's not who you know, it's who knows you.
Right.
They should put you on Letterman. You're perfect for that show.
Yeah. I'll be on a Tonight Show with Johnny Carson.
Ain't it crazy though? Now, like a viral video on Instagram or TikTok, you get more out of a clip than you would of a late night set that you prepare for 15 to 20 years.
It's crazy. There's so many guys out there. They get these views, but I want to see them on a stage for an hour in front of 1,600 people. You know, and see what they got.
But Rogan can do that. Rogan could do time, and he's great on podcasts, and he's great on fights.
Well, he started as a comic first.
Yeah, well, an actor.
Right.
Oh, Joe Rogan was an actor before he became a stand-up? Really?
I think he was doing stand-up first, and then he started acting.
Yeah, but he was in a baseball TV baseball sitcom. Remember that? Hard Knocks or something. And then he got that other one, the news thing.
Yeah, news radio.
Yeah. Then he got Fear Factor.
And then Fear Factor.
That's what I know him from.
Right.
Fear
Factor. Yeah. Hardball. Yeah, you're right, Dom. It was Hardball. Hardball.
We played a lot of pool together, and he's a great player. And he hates Carlos Mencia, right? So every time he get like really a tough shot, I would say, hear about Carlos? You know what he did now? He goes, what, that motherfucker? And I throw his game off because I couldn't beat him fair and square, no way. He's like just beloved pros.
How did you guys connect again, Dom? How'd you meet?
In Montreal.
A festival, just for laughs?
Yeah. He came up. I had this one joke about rape, regular rape. That's the date rape. And he loved, I said, regular rape. It was, not the regular rape. Like, at least you get a movie and a dinner.
What year was that, Dom?
I don't know. I lose the year thing.
Yeah, I was there in 98.
Just for laughs?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a time where that festival, if you got on it, you got an agent, you got a manager, you got a TV show?
Yeah,
I got 3 TV.
When I went on, that went out the window. I got Ugats.
I was so lucky there. I did a sports show, full frontal comedy, dirty comics on Showtime. Amazing. And then this guy said to me, he goes, "I'm going to get you a series this year." And he did. Damon Wayans, and Damon fucked it up. Damon just a good friend of mine, but he said everybody like hates him. I said, well, they hate you for saying that, but you're a retard. Or you can't say retard.
I told you, you gotta stop dropping the R word.
Well, who says retard is a friend of mine, little faggot. They call them little fags.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think about censored comedy now in 2022? You guys, come from that generation where comics get to do and say whatever they want.
Well, I've been lucky so far. You know, I have no problem, but it's a shame what's going on out there. I mean, my idol growing up was George Carlin. I mean, if he was on a social media, people would be having seizures.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, he talked about everything.
Yep.
There were no limits.
Nope. Well, I mostly talk about myself and my family. I don't really, I try not to get involved with politics. That's another one. Forget about it because it turns into an argument. It's crazy times,
You know what I was thinking?
Yeah, Dom, I'm sorry.
No, I was thinking of doing maybe airplane material, airliners. What do you think?
That's good.
How about their food, huh? And then do a bit on that. That's funny, right?
Don't get any safer than that.
One of the things that made me laugh was they're boarding the plane, and she says, "Enjoy the boarding process." Like, how are you going to enjoy? What is there to enjoy? Hey, look at that! That lady fell. I'd help her, but I'm enjoying looking at her. This is great. It's the stupidest fucking thing I've seen.
Well, watching people board a plane is humanity at its worst.
Right.
The disembark is also tough for me too, because you always have the people that are further back that want to push ahead, and it's like, listen, if we just each go one by one, we'll all get off just as fast.
Exactly. Everybody, and the carry-on screws everything up. I check my luggage in. You got that one idiot. It's like watching an idiot put a round peg in a square hole. I'm like, stupid. Just turn the suitcase this way.
See what I was saying about? There's a lot of material out there, fellas.
Oh, yeah.
And wait for the beat. Wait for the laugh.
Spirit Airlines. That's a trap, right?
Oof.
Yeah.
Cheap tickets, but then you got to pay for everything.
Right.
Everything.
How about Frontier?
That's another one.
They throw your luggage out of the plane, not even on a conveyor belt.
It's crazy. And you know what else I was thinking about the other day? I was watching a podcast with there's a comic Tom Segura, right? You guys know Tom, right?
Terrific.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of him.
And he put a video out that went viral. He talked about how feature acts and MCs like myself, they're getting paid the same rate they were in 1984.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
It went viral.
I was in West.
Brian, you could probably look it up on YouTube right now.
Yeah, I'll look it up. What were you saying, Dom?
I was in West Palm, and the guys, they drove in from Colorado. They were getting $700 a week. They drove in, with today's gas prices. It's unbelievable. And they go. I said, why did you even come for that money? Because we can't get work there. But it's not really work. It's like you're giving them a gift.
Wow.
Now that's why people don't take they fly the middle act with them much more.
Well, Dom, you need the stage time. And if you don't do the road, your act becomes very regional.
Yeah, that's true.
You agree? Vic,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
you gotta do the road, right?
Well, I did the road. I'm doing the road now, but now I'm making good money. I paid my dues. I've been through all that. But the
a guy like you, what do you make a month? Do you mind me asking?
A month?
You
I
check.
won't tell you until you tell me where you are.
Don't you worry about it, tough guy.
Don't you worry about what I'm making.
You looking up that Brian? You looking up that clip?
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy. Like, why can't clubs pay the features and MCs? Like, is it that they're not making money? What's the whole history behind that?
Because they'll rape the comic, a regular rape, for everything they got. And then when a comic, starts going up and getting paid, and I gave you work 20 years ago. Yeah, you were paying me shit money. So now I'm making good money. Aren't you happy for me?
Right.
They like to see you succeed until it's an inconvenience for them.
And that perspective, it's not going anywhere. There it is. What the fuck? Look at this shit. Most clubs pay the opener $50 and the middle act $100. Shameful. It's time to step up. These comics can only develop if they're able to eat, and basically impossible
Who's
that
gonna
sh-
step up for that? I'm sorry.
Let's start a union like they did in the 70s.
Dom, remember the union, the Comedians Association? Remember that?
Yeah, hilarious. I sat next to
Wait. It wasn't a union. It was a strike, right?
No, there was a union.
it was. They thought they were a union.
The comedian, I forgot what it was called. You
mean-
got to excuse me. Aaron Judge is up.
Uh-oh. Drum roll.
Live
Ready for
reaction.
this?
Live reaction.
What's
Talk
the
amongst
count?
yourselves.
Vic, what's the count, Vic?
Yeah, give us a
1-0.
This is unprecedented.
1-0. Man on first. 2-1. New York. Bottom of the
I'm
fifth,
looking
and
for it
the
on the
crowd
wall.
is on its feet. And the windup. And the pitch.
Can you imagine if he breaks the record with Vic on the screen right now? Can you
I
imagine?
treasure that.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I could hear it. Dom, you getting that?
I'm just gonna go back to my pasta. Am I supposed to be getting it?
What kind of pasta you eat, Dom?
I'm gonna here, have some.
2-0 to count. To the belt. And the pitch.
Live coverage.
See, he's scared to pitch too much. 3-0.
Vic, how many homers is he at?
59.
Oh, okay. He
Wow.
ain't gonna break it tonight.
Why not? He hit, you know how many nights he had 2 home runs in one game?
Yeah, but I mean,
If
The
he
record.
hits
The
60,
record. Yeah, it's
One more,
61,
he
right?
ties Babe Ruth. 2 more, he breaks the ties the record with Roger Maris.
Yeah.
Vic, you bet sports?
No, I don't bet at all.
Really?
3-1, 3-1 to count. I once worked in Las Vegas. I was booked there for a week. I didn't play $1. I'd rather get a meal and a show for that money. I'm not a gambler.
What
love
I-
the gambling.
What I do now is I get for football season, I get in a survivor pool, and that keeps me under control. 2 or 3 survivors. The team
I'm
gets
out.
the team loses, you're out.
I was out after the first week on one pool, and the second week, I do like betting individual games. That's what I like. The Survivor thing's ridiculous. You can't win that.
You mess with the total and the bet spread, Don.
And that's all I do. I don't like the what is the thing when they get three teams in the same thing.
The parlay. Yeah, the parlay.
Well,
That's
teasers too. That's how they destroy you. Because one team loses, that's it.
I lost one game by a half a point this week.
How does
I
the
hate
team? How does the team score half a point?
I don't know. I can't. Somebody's trying to explain it to me. I fell asleep.
Hey Vic,
What did he do? Is he done? Did he hit his?
He walked. They walked him.
Vic's
all right.
back with us. Vic's back with us. Vic
Yeah.
DiBitetto.
I'm sorry,
Vic,
guys.
Vic,
I'm
Vic
sorry.
DiBitetto, everybody. He's got a lot of money on this game.
I'm sorry.
Vic, speaking of casinos and gambling, when are you at Hard Rock Atlantic City?
Oh, it's funny. You should ask me. I'm there next month, October 14th and 15th.
Look at that professionalism. See that?
Wow. 14th
That's
and
good.
15th. I'm at the Count Basie Theater. I'm all over the place.
Oh,
I'm
that's
at,
nice. That's in Jersey, right? Count Basie.
Yes, great venue.
I did it with Pat Cooper. I did that with him.
Oh, Pat Cooper.
What a great comedian. Huh?
He stopped doing comedy, right?
He can't hear.
Yeah.
It gets annoying. It's a shame for him. It's what?
Yeah.
You know,
Am I a disgrace if I ask Pat who he is? Am I a disgrace?
Oh my God.
I was born
No.
in '86, Vic. Take it easy.
Oh, that's when the last time the Mets won the World Series.
I retired in '86.
Pat Cooper, L.A. or New York guy?
New York.
New York, Brooklyn. He was a bricklayer, and he was like the first Italian American comic. And
Yeah.
there's a whole story with him and Frank Sinatra, and he was
He
the
fought
best.
with everybody though. He got
Yes.
always got to fight.
He was his own worst enemy
With the audience or comics?
with the business. With
The
the,
whole
business.
thing. Yeah. He's a good
Frank
guy if he's on
Sinatra-
your side.
He used to do this bit about this lady who used to wear a crucifix. It was so heavy she would walk hunched over. So Frank Sinatra, he was opening for Sinatra, And Sinatra said, look, my mother's in the audience. She's a real serious Catholic. Can you do me a favor? Don't do that bit about the crucifix. Sure enough, Pat Cooper does the bit.
Damn.
Wow.
And he was blacklisted. Sinatra, forget it. You don't do that to Sinatra.
Fuck.
Remember,
Wow, that was like being canceled then. I bet.
Yes.
yeah. Remember when Brad Garrett did that thing at the end of a gig with Sinatra? He says, "Hey, stick around for Frank." Right?
Tom Dreesen told me that story.
About Brad Garrett.
That's a famous story.
hilarious. And,
Yeah,
and,
before,
Jilly was
he filled in. He opened for Sinatra, and before he brought Sinatra up, he killed the set, and then he ended his set with, "All right, everybody, stick around for Frank."
yeah.
Oh my God.
Jilly was Frank's bouncer, a guy named Jilly.
Right.
Brad told me he knocked on the door and he goes, "What's your stick around for Frank?" No stick around for Frank. You know, and Brad said, never said it again.
Wow.
You
Well,
guys,
the greatest story is the Rickle Sinatra story. You know that?
Oh, I
one.
love that. Yeah.
Okay.
what's that? The throwing the plate or pass the salt? Which one? There's a couple, I think.
Well, he takes his girl to see Sinatra, and he says, "Frank, do me a favor." You know that one?
Yeah, walk by the table, say hello to us.
Can't you see I'm talking over here?
Yeah. That's a classic. Yeah, that's great. Like, there's just rules you don't break when you're opening for somebody, and it's like, well, you guys opened for Dom. You opened for Cher and Vic. Didn't you used to do? You were warming up for Ricky Lake for a while, right?
Ricky Lake, a show called Forgive or Forget. I opened for Sam Kinison
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Did he take you on the road?
at Rascal's Comedy Club in West Orange, New Jersey.
What a great club that was.
How great was that?
Not a great town.
No, but the club was amazing.
When did that close?
Oh, a while ago. There was 3 of them. Magnuson brothers.
Yeah, they have one down the shore. Governors are still open though. That's
Yes, I still play. I love Governors. James, the owner.
what a character. He looks like
Oh.
something. He looks like
He-
a mobster himself. He got one of those poles up his ass when he walks, you know. What a
He's-
character. Great guy.
Yes, he's the blueprint for club owners. He's just the best.
So you guys were more used to independently owned comedy club businesses as opposed to like the Heliums and the Funny Bones now that are chains.
Right.
See,
We're
like
part of the improv.
I had to get passed as a feature at Helium and Funny Bone to do them. You guys, you would have to bounce around from club to club or get a referral from each. That's another shit. That's another.
Dom, remember the Rainy Night House?
Oh yeah. I don't think I ever passed there. Well, I went up with Ron Richards. I don't know if you remember him, and Peter Bales. They took me up there.
Peter was a great MC.
Yeah, he was. But they're driving me home, and they go, "You know, you need more jokes." More.
Dom, I got a
funnier-
great story for you. You know, remember Larry Ragman?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Guys, Larry Ragman did impersonation. He passed away a few years ago. And we're going to a gig in Connecticut. I had to pick him up. That's how it usually went. They would book you if you had a car,
Yeah.
and you would pick up the acts
Yep.
in Manhattan.
I
and
got
then
news
go to
for you.
Connecticut.
I got news for you. That still goes on. Anyway.
Still goes on, right? So it was my brother-in-law took a ride with me, and I had a Toyota Corolla. So my brother-in-law sat in the front. I went to pick up Larry Ragman. He was in the back. He had plenty of room, but once he got in, I could tell he was already starting with the attitude. You know, he's shifting around like he had no room. So, all right, conversation was mostly between me and my brother-in-law. I lit up a joint. We're on 95 in Connecticut. He leans forward. "Excuse me, Vic. If you're gonna continue to smoke pot, can you let me out?" I let him out on the middle of 95 miles between 2 exits.
Good for
Oh.
Let him
you.
We get to the
Happy
gig.
ending.
We get to the gig. The manager says, "Where's Larry?" I told him what happened. So screw it. I did his time and I got paid more money.
Now that's OG right there.
Come on, man. You're getting picked up. I'm paying for gas and tolls. You're telling me I can't get high in my car? Get out.
I don't think a lot of people would buy that, Vic.
Oh, it's the truth. If my
No,
brother
the
was alive, he
story.
would buy it.
I can't imagine the sympathy you get from the cops. You believe it's good?
Yeah, I let me tell you something. I had a story in Albany, really bad experience with a headliner. I told it on another podcast before that me and Brian did, but this guy watched me all weekend long, and he didn't say one word to me. He just wanted me to say his credits, and that was it. The last night, we all go out for drinks. The club owner takes us out. He remembered every line of my act and was drinking and breaking my balls about it. And I'm getting all red in the face because I know there's a bad intent there. It ain't like he's coaching me or telling me, you know. So the club owner sees I'm getting upset. So I say, he goes, Steve, calm down. He didn't make his number this week. He had a bad weekend making money. He's like, just let it go. I said, that's fine. But when he comes back, if I put his head through that mirror, do I burn a bridge with the club with you? He goes, no, we're at a sports bar in Albany. That's all he had to say to me. The guy comes back. He starts poking me in my hip. Come on, cutie. Where's that beautiful smile? Pretty boy. Wow. Pretty boy. I said, you're saying a lot of things that make me not want to be a professional comedian. And he says, like what? I said, I started naming all these things he said. He goes, oh, that's good. What made you remember that? He's like, I never said anything like that. I said, you want me to refresh your memory? Why don't I put your head through that wall? I said, because I might be a new comic, but I'm still the dude that grew up on 13th and Rittner in South Philly, and I'll effing kill you.
Who is this jerk off?
I'm not saying who it is.
Oh no, you can't do
Come
that.
on.
I'll tell you when we stop taking. Because you
can't lead us like that. And
Dom definitely knows them. Vic, I don't know if you do.
Bobby Collins.
But there was no altercation. That I have this thing about comedians. If they fight, they roll on the floor for 2 minutes. It's not a.
Well, most fights last 30 seconds, and the whole thing about the one thing I take umbrage to is throwing a guy through a wall. I like to see that fucking wall, whatever shacky place that is.
That's such a Philly, New York thing to say in an Italian neighborhood. I'm going to put you through a mirror. Like, why do we even think like this?
Would you
I always think, like look what happened to Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle.
Oh my God!
So now I got to start thinking, what would it? So I think I'm gonna grab the mic and I'll just hit the guy in the head with the mic, with the base of the mic.
Those guys were like the nicest comedians you'll ever meet. Rock and
Chris
those
Rock,
two guys, yeah. Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle never. Everybody loves them. Talk about picking the wrong people.
I thought everybody hates Chris.
No.
Very good.
Very
good, very good. Yeah,
nice.
Very
nice, good. Vic. Nice. That's crazy.
So who was it? Who was it? Tell me. I'm not letting this go. Can't tell us a story and not tell us who
the headliner that did that to me.
Can you write it down on a piece of paper and show us his name?
No, I'll tell you when we log off the podcast. I don't want to. I don't want to do it. And wait a second. After I said this to him, the security guard comes over.
Shoemaker.
No. He turns white when I say it. And then when the security...
Wait, was he a black comic?
No.
Did he actually go through the wall or did he just penetrate it?
Did you hear what I said? We didn't even roll around. So wait, the security comes over. They get between us. Now he starts raising his voice to me. He starts saying, you'll never work the cellar. You'll never work the stand. You're done. You're done.
Oh, so he's got to be a city comic then.
Come on,
to make a long story short, I'm going to pay my check. He calls me over to the table. He says, I want to talk to you. I'm like, nah, I have nothing to say to you. He says, come over here real quick. I walk up. He says, I owe you an apology. He goes, I should have never talked to you that way. He's like, I really he said, you're a good kid. He's like, I really owe you an apology. He's like, and if you ever come to New York, I'll do everything I can for you. So that's all it takes, Dom. You got to tell a couple guys you're going to throw
take him up on that offer.
No, I seen him at the cellar one night. I looked him dead in his eye. He put his head down. I think he's afraid of me, but I'm not a violent guy. It's like he just got me aggravated. I got that I got that weird guinea gene. I get confrontational. Like I yell. I'm not gonna hit him.
Like that too. It just snaps.
Yeah, I go from the nicest guy in the world. Some Italians are like that. You know, they love you to death, but they'll hate you to death.
Name the guy. Name the guy.
It ain't happening, Dom. You got no shot.
Does the word "you're a pussy" mean anything to me?
All right, we're gonna close this up.
Vic, great to see you, brother.
Yeah,
Thanks for
same
coming
here,
in.
Dom. Same
Vic,
here.
Vic, tell everybody one more time where they could see you, your website, any upcoming shows, please. Thank you again.
Oh, my pleasure. VicDiBitetto.net. It's all there. It's all there. I'm at the Hard Rock Casino in October next month. Count Basie Theater. I'm even coming to Philly. I'm all over the place.
You see Joey Cola? Tell him I love him.
Who?
Joey Cola.
I will. I'll do that.
Vic, thank you again.
He's got the hottest wife I've ever seen.
Oh, you haven't seen mine.
That's our show.
I've seen pictures of her.
Okay. You're always with a nice broad when I see you.
Look at me. I'm a hunk.
That's our show. Yo, Dom, episode 3. Thank you, Vic.
Yo, thank
Thank
you.
you, guys.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yep. See ya.
Yo, Dom, over here.
Bye.
Hey, Dom, hey.
Yo, Dom.